Hello and welcome to the Celtic Druid channel. I hope that you are all well, and we are going to be doing a review. You're the annoying one. A review of 2024. I hope it's been good for you. Nothing particularly special for me, but yeah. So without further ado, we are going to start with the 1st of January. A little depressing, I know, so I won't dwell too much on that. There was an earthquake strike in Japan and it killed at least 462 people, and that's tragic. Can you remember that on the news?
No.
You can see
I don't look at the news.
You can see he takes notes of the news. I don't blame you, because it's quite depressing. But on the 6th,
I do watch the news, I just don't see that.
16th of January, Iran carries out a series of missile and drone strikes within Pakistan's province. Can you remember that?
No. I do know about the Houthi attacks though.
Oh, okay, very well. So on the 2nd of January, a Storm Hank. We've had a lot of storms this year, which is...
Storm Tom Hanks.
Storm Tom Hanks. No, Hank. This is quite serious because it's claimed a few lines. But it hit parts of the UK and winds up to 80 miles per hour, Adam. And risks of flooding as well. So that was on the 4th of January, Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, as he was then, assumes a general election will take place in the second half of the year. Big mistake, Mr. Sunak, because we knew he was going to lose. Yeah. So on the 5th of January, lawyers of victims of the post office scandal was contacted by 50 people after Mr. Bates, yeah, we know, of the post office.
Master Bates.
That is from Bad Puss, characters that don't exist. Master Bates, Seaman Staines, and Roger the Cabin Boy, they don't exist. It's a myth. Bad Puss is what I said, right? No, not Bad Puss. No, Captain Pugwash. That's it. That's the one.
He's drunk. He had like 5 shandies.
I don't get drunk on Shandy. This is John Smith. See,
Same
I
thing,
know it's advertising, but it's New Year's Eve. There we are. And I drink beer because lava gives me gas. You see.
He drinks beer because he's queer.
Where was I? 4th of January, Prime Minister Rishi Sunak assumed. We've been there.
Done that.
Yeah. Yeah. Lawyers of the Mr. Bates. Don't go there.
Already have.
Yeah. Post office was shown on ITV. Mr. Bates versus the post office. I didn't actually watch it. Did you watch it? It was on ITV a while back, and I can't even remember the actor's name. It's based on a true story where you know what we're talking about, don't you? Anyway, so on the 12th of January, the UK and the US launch an airstrikes on Yemen. Let's just start.
That's the Houthis.
What?
That's the Houthis.
Yeah, Houthis it was.
Attacking.
I couldn't quite pronounce it,
boats.
that's why I didn't write it down on the notes, you see, because I know you know that we're all reading from notes, and I didn't want to know that.
Well,
Didn't want you to know that we're reading from notes.
they can see you reading those. It's got your bloody head down.
You can't expect me to remember everything from this year, even though I wrote a diary of everything as well. So, state, whatever.
You're not William Hartnell and Doctor Who looking at his bloody words.
I can remember that. The very first episode of Doctor Who.
You weren't even there in 1963.
No, but I saw a repeat of it in 1981, the 5 Faces of Doctor Who, and he was reading from the console. You could see it with his eyes. He was reading from, because I can't remember the name of the illness that he had, but that's why one of the reasons why he left, because his memory was terrible and he had to read from. If you look at one of the old episodes, and it was called Edge of Destruction, it says Fast Return Switch.
Script switch.
Yeah, but anyway, you are making me digress. You're making me digress. It's New Year's Eve. What do you expect?
You chugged 5 cans before we started filming.
Oh yes, said Churchill. Yeah, man, that's when people started worrying about a third world war, because Britain's getting involved with Ukraine and Russia. Thank you, Adam.
You forgot the country.
Yeah, so on the 17th...
The Forgotten War of 2024.
Listen to this now, right? 17th of January, King Charles III undergoes surgery for an enlarged...
Penis.
He was quite right. It began with P, but it's prostate, actually. While Catherine, Princess of Wales, is in hospital with abdominal I've even got my glasses on. Away from public engagement.
That's what 5 beers does to you.
For a while. Yeah, abnormal.
Abnormal, that's what you are. You're not laughing now, are you?
Does anyone want to adopt Adam? Okay.
Oh, gladly.
Yeah. 21st of January, weather alerts, amber warnings issued for all over UK. We've had some terrible weather this year, we have. And on 26th of January, King Charles was in hospital for treatment. On the 29th of January, both Charles and Catherine are discharged from hospital. And on the 5th of February, King Charles is diagnosed with cancer. I can remember that. I was talking to Nikki and Mark about that. Nikki and Mark was Nikki's former neighbour, but he's moved away now. And there's further weather warnings for the 9th.
That's it, burp on camera.
Could have been worse, it could have come from the other end. But 9th of February, warnings remain in place as snow and rain hits UK. There were floodings and it caused a lot of damage and floodings, and also, but hopefully that people were insured for that.
Snow.
Insurance payments. Yeah. So senior police officers condemned sexist and homophobic comments online. It's a terrible shame that it's the 21st century and people still got to put up with that, with racism and homophobia. Why can't we all just live in harmony and happiness? You know, it's not too much to ask, is it, Adam?
Because everyone would prefer hate than bloody peace. Because they've been fighting for like thousands of years.
That was on the 18th of February. So on the 8th of March, Theresa May, former Prime Minister, said she will step down as MP before the next election. The best decision she ever made. Good riddance. You know, I was the second female Prime Minister. And, yeah, so on the 16th of March, Vaughan Gething is elected as Welsh Labour First Minister for Wales. Did he take over Mark Drayford?
No. I don't look at Welsh politics.
And 4th of April, yellow fever warning ahead of Storm Kathleen. On the 9th of April, widespread travel disruption around UK. I can remember being worried about that, about coming back and forth Wales and Dorset. So, all this bad weather, been having storms and stuff. So on the 21st of April, London Marathon takes place. I don't quite remember ever watching that. Did you watch the London Marathon?
No.
One of my ambitions was to enter the London Marathon, but I'm not quite fit enough, even though I'm doing these fitness walks. What are you laughing at? You could do with a walk yourself. So anyway, the news presenter Hugh Edwards resigns at the BBC on the 22nd of April. Good riddance to bad rubbish. We don't need people like that, do we? Hugh Edwards, the Welsh BBC presenter, you must have seen it.
No.
Well, we'll talk about that later, shall we? So King Charles III returns to public duty.
Charles the Third.
Duties on the 30th of April since his cancer diagnosis. 2nd of May, England and Wales local elections, not elections. But on the 7th of June...
You were going to say that, weren't you?
Me? Good God, no. Rishi Sunak criticised for leaving D-Day commemorations early. I remember that. And I remember being quite disgusted about it, actually. And I knew then that would be his downfall. Yeah.
What happened?
He left the D-Day commemorations early. Some excuse, he made some sort of commitment that he had, some other engagement. But anyway, on the 7th of June, actor Ian McKellen admitted to hospital after falling off stage during a stage play called Player Kings and London's new Noel Cowell Theatre. On the 20th of June, Princess Anne also had an accident going to hospital with a head injury caused by a horse. Was it Camilla? She resembles a horse, or they used to call it a Rottweiler. She returns home on the 28th of June. Anyway, so treatment for concussion. And on the same day, PM Rishi Sunak condemns UK reform activist Andrew Parker.
Andrew Dexter.
No, not quite. For using racist language, he called Sunak a package.
Look at him.
Right?
I was going to say, look at him trying to avoid getting cancelled, but he said the word.
Yeah. UK general election is held on the 4th of July, and Sir Kier Starmer becomes the new PM following day, and Labour wins by a landslide. We was all happy at the time, especially my mother and my family, because we've always been Labour supporters, being Welsh working class and stuff. So, yeah, but on the 30th of July, Donald Trump assassination attempt.
He's the president again now.
He is indeed. I don't trust him. I don't particularly like him, to be honest.
He's
but
alright.
There wasn't a very good shot with it because they hit his ear, for goodness sake.
He would have been the third open-minded president.
He would have been, would he?
Think?
Oh, I know. The penny just dropped then. Open-minded.
That took you a while to get.
Yeah. President Kennedy gave his wife a peace of mind that day.
And Lincoln. His wife was sat next to him.
Where are we by? Yeah. The general election held on the 4th of July. Angela Rayner was assigned in the new cabinet as Deputy PM. On the 13th of July, Donald Trump assassination. 15th of July, England Euro defeat. Spain 2-1 score to Spain. They didn't quite take it home, did they?
They never do they?
No.
Last time we won was 1966.
That's quite right, Adam. Disappointing. Even I was disappointed as well. But anyway, on the same day, Jay Slater disappearance. Search team find a body in Tenerife. That was quite terrible, really. And anyway, Spanish officials confirm it's him the next day. 24th of July, police officer filmed kicking and stamping on a man in Manchester airport. I won't go into graphic detail because I don't like any form of violence. I think it's absolutely abhorrent. And so...
Is you getting into a fight with Ben?
Yeah. He chinned me. And I wasn't going to go into all that. But anyway, Manchester airport. He was suspended. And quite right too. On the 26th of July, the Summer Olympics begins in Paris. I watched some of it, even though I wouldn't say I was a big sports fan. What about you, Adam?
Olympics.
Yeah, the Olympics started in Paris this year. On the 30th of July, news presenter Hugh Edwards appeared at Westminster Court, pleaded guilty, and on the 9th of August, he was asked by the BBC to pay back $200,000 he received from them after being arrested, because even though he was suspended from the BBC or whatever, he was still getting paid by the BBC. What do you think of that then?
What?
He was still getting paid by the BBC.
Who? That wasn't this thing.
Hugh Edwards. Keep up, Adam. Yeah, so anyway, he received, like I say, on the 20th of August, Storm Lillian brought disruption to much of the UK. Causing, again, a lot of damage. Good God.
Imagine if we're doing all of this and the camera stopped filming.
I was just thinking about that. Go and
Let's
check.
have a look.
Go and check. So carrying on, the show
It's
must
still
go on.
working.
Yeah, thank goodness for that. On the 27th of August, Oasis announced a reunion tour. I'm not a big fan of Oasis. I think they're arrogant morons, to be honest with you. And I'm sorry if I offend any Oasis fans out there. But there was something on Facebook about Oasis tickets. And on the 5th of September, there was a competition and market authority launched on an investigation into the sales of Oasis tickets. So, where are we by? Yeah, that's the first page over with. And
how many pages have we got? Like 70,000?
no, I haven't. This is the second one, the first page, and I got then the deaths of this year, just to, you know, sort of like to highlight the YouTube video to make you all even more depressed. 6th of September, 24th of UK, riots. Thomas Burley, 27, sentenced to 9 years in prison for grotesque violence in the riots in Rotherham. I can remember being worried about this, and I heard there was rumours about Cardiff being the expected target because there was also Yeah, in Cardiff, the city of
For what?
Wales,
Hello.
for the riots.
Right.
Yeah, being the next target, because there was also riots in Bristol as well at sometime this year.
It was one in Bargoed, wasn't it?
There was one.
1911.
There was one in Bargoed in 1911. Yes, there was. But you can research that the Bargoed riots and the Tredegar riots that happened in 1911. It's going off the Yeah. So anyway, something of interest to Adam, because you've been watching this. Russian invasion of Ukraine on the same day. 162 million package of support for Ukraine is announced.
I haven't been watching the Ukraine war.
Includes
I've been avoiding it.
an additional 650 short-range missiles. This is when Jeremy Vine was talking about, should Britain get involved and would it cause another war between us and them? And
I think we are, because we're sending tanks over there, aren't we?
well, that's what you said, Adam. And for somebody who said he doesn't watch the news,
I see some of it. They're sending Challenger 2 tanks over there. And now we're getting into a fight with Germany because they want to send their Leopard tanks.
so anyway, going back to Hugh Edwards, the 6th of September, he is given a 6-month suspended jail sentence for child abuse image offences placed on a sex offenders register. There's too much of that going on. There's far too much of it, especially with celebrities, like people like Jimmy Savile and Gary Glitter, who I'll mention later. Disgusting people.
That was 40 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, the historical offences, aren't they? And just because they are a celebrity status, they can abuse their position. And you think they'd be more professional about that, wouldn't you? So anyway, on the 1st of October, Buckingham Palace announces Princess Beatrice is expecting a second child. Big deal! There we are.
Who's Beatrice?
Prince Andrew's daughter and Princess Sarah, whatever. So that's what your taxpayers are going to pay for, your other ones. On the 10th of October...
10th of October.
Well, I'm just checking if I've overlooked anything. 65 women reported to have called BBC about sexual abuse by the late Mohammed Al Fayed.
So who's going to say Muhammad Ali then?
Not quite, no. The late Mohammed Al Fayed. Hello. Come here, boy. You little scene stealer, you. Yeah, let's carry on. I didn't even know he died, Adam. Mohammed Al Fayed, his son died in 1997 with in that car crash with Princess Diana.
Uh-huh.
But there was allegations made against Mohammed Al Fayed. I think he was the only...
Was he in the car with them?
No. Mohammed Al Fayed was the father.
Oh.
And he wanted justice for the death of his son. Anyway, Harrods, I said he was the boss of Harrods, wasn't he, Nicola? Good of you to contribute there. I didn't even know he died. So anyway, the 12th of October, Alex Salmond, former First Minister of Scotland, died aged 69. I didn't know much about his politics, but I think he was a former First Minister of Scotland. On the 18th of October, King Charles and Queen Camilla visit Australia. Royal tour. Queen Camilla? Queen Camilla. Wasn't she called originally Queen Consort? She's not particularly my queen. I don't recall. It was King. I mean, he's the King's speech I watched on Christmas Day, not her. I wouldn't say I was a Queen. I was a Camilla fan, would you?
She's an old hand.
Yeah. Okay. 19th of October, Olympic cyclist Chris Hoy was told by doctors he's got terminal cancer, and he's only 48. What a terrible disease. Hopefully one day they will find a cure for that. On the 20th of October, women arrested on suspicion of manslaughter after deaths of 3 residents in a care home in Swanage, Dorset. Not far from here. Did you hear about that, Adam?
I think I saw some of it.
What about you, Nicola? She's busy knitting or what? What's she knitting, Adam? Crocheting.
Some yellow thing.
I just did some fireworks then, or was it you farting?
It's the bombs.
Yeah.
From Germany.
23rd of October, I just read that. 5th of November, Queen Camilla cancelled a number of engagements due to a chest infection. Oh, diddums, my heart goes out to her and bleeds for her not. I don't have a lot of time for it, as you can probably guessed by now. Can you imagine Queen Elizabeth doing that?
What?
Because Queen Elizabeth was more committed to Commonwealth and people like us.
What, doing what?
Well, to her duty, she was committed to her duties even to the very end. Even when she had bone cancer, she greeted Liz Truss in Balmoral. But this one, Queen Camilla, not my queen.
Yeah, but what was she doing?
Well, she's just the king's wife, basically. That's what she is. She was called Queen Consort, but because another queen's gone, she's Queen Camilla. And we've got to call her that as well. So, yeah. On the 7th of November, 100 allegations of sexual abuse against barrister
Why
John...
can't you just pick some happy news?
Because the news is depressing anyway, so I haven't written every single damn thing of this year down. So John Smith QC, he died in 2018 and his activities were covered up by the Church of England. That is disgusting. I mean, no wonder churches are dwindling and faith is dying and churches are as big. I mean, my faith is as strong as ever. I don't make any secret of that, but this is
Church.
Yeah, church. You know, don't look at man and stuff. It was covered up by yeah. So anyway, Church of England, 9th November. Camilla missed remembrance events because of a chest infection. So anyway, on the 11th of November, Justin Welby called to resign as Archbishop of Canterbury following the reports of John Smythe QC. On the 12th of November, Gary Lineker steps down as Match of the Day presenter. I can remember I used to watch, my family and I used to watch Match of the Day on the Saturday evenings before they moved it to a Sunday. And I can remember Jimmy Hill and Frank Boff and other ones. And where was I by? Presenter. Right, anyway.
Focus instead of drinking yourself to death.
Archbishop of Canterbury resigns after a review of his handlings of John Smythe QC. Justin Welby, and quite right too. He did the honourable thing. 18th November, Thames Valley Police confirm that 2 vehicles were stolen from a farm near Windsor Castle. Says it all really, doesn't it? I mean, royal security is just terrible. I can remember the 9th of July 1982 when Fagin broke into the Buckingham Palace and spoke to the Queen. So, some people of a certain age will remember that. I was 12, I was 13 that year. So on the 9th of November, Zoe Ball announced that she will leave Radio 2 Breakfast Show and Scott Mills will take over. I used to fancy Zoe Ball. She was nice blonde short hair. That's my little confession. I used to fancy her. I used to collect little pictures of her and stuff. Johnny Ball's daughter.
One of your girlfriends, is it?
Yeah, besides Katie Manning.
And Cilla Black.
Oh yeah, I used to have a crush on Cilla Black. I didn't tell anyone that at the time. Yeah, I used to listen to Radio 2 a lot when Terry Wogan was presenting it. But after he left in 2009, December 2009, I just... Especially when Chris Evans took over, the ginger-headed tosser.
Ginger-headed bastard.
So the 20th of November, UK supplied Storm Shadow missiles used for the first time to strike inside Russia. So that's when basically Britain's getting involved. Mm-hmm. I can remember that I used to watch Jeremy Vine, and they picked these topics. And
Let's bomb Russia.
Yes, bomb Russia. Kenny Everett said that. Yeah. With his big hand. He said, let's bomb Russia. But he's dead now. On the 22nd of November, Queen Camilla missed Royal Variety performance because of lingering post-viral symptoms from her chest infection. I can only remember Queen Elizabeth very rarely missed, no matter how ill she was. 20th of November, 23rd of November.
Doctor Who.
That's it, anniversary, 61st anniversary. Online Parliament calling for new general election. 200,000 signatures and no faith in Kier Starmer. What do you expect? They're all in it for themselves. Even me, I've been a Labour supporter most of my life. I mean, I think this is out of family duty now, but if I had my way, I would probably vote for Plaid Cymru, but but they never get it. It's only out of two constituents, and that's Labour and Conservative. They're all in it for themselves. They're both as bad
Like
as
America
each other.
with their Republicans and Democrats.
That's right. So what is Donald Trump?
He's Republican, I think.
People also have going to be facing Starmer. I mean, the heating allowance stopped. I mean, the elderly getting cold, and there's also heating payments. Adam? So on the 24th of November, Storm Bert hits UK, causing a lot of damage. I saw it myself. Where I come from, there's trees down and stuff. Good God. On my way to the
Like
village.
he's taking a picture of in Derry.
On my way to the village of Derry. Some of you will know what Derry is. They filmed Doctor Who, The Green Death there. I met John Pertwee there. Yeah. So coming towards the end of the year now, the 7th of December, Storm Dara, another storm. Many left without electricity and power. We were lucky we didn't have any of that. Did it affect anyone up here?
What, Storm Darren?
Yeah. Electricity.
Don't know. Did it?
Have you heard of a HMS Triumph? Because you're into your ships and stuff.
I'm literally looking about that now. HMS Triumph is a nuclear submarine.
It is, yeah. It completes final voyage before being decommissioned.
A Trafalgar-class nuclear submarine for the Royal Navy.
That's right. It was an attacks submarine. So on the 16th of December, Prince Andrew will not join the royal family at Sandringham for Christmas after revelations about his links to an alleged Chinese spy. Andrew, I find him a little bit smarmy now with all these allegations with him with a 17-year-old as well. Prince Andrew, he's I don't know. He brought dishonour against the family, I suppose. Anyway, on the 30th of December, King Charles pays tribute to Jimmy Carter, the former American president who was president in my lifetime, my childhood.
I'm shocked about that.
Why was you shocked? He was 100 years old. He lived to a good age.
Yeah, but I saw it. I thought, oh my God, he's dead.
100 years old. He celebrated in October this year.
The only president to reach 100.
That's right. That's quite true. Also, he was a good president. He was quite all right, wasn't he? He was a peanut farmer.
I know what you said. Oh, hello, Loki.
And another historical thing happened this year. Coronation Street on Christmas Day. Gail Hellingworth led Coronation Street. The Doctor Who Christmas special. It was all right, but I felt I was falling asleep.
Loki.
Hello, Loki. Come here, boy.
Don't pick him up at that.
So on the 31st of December, New Year's Eve on this goes to Stephen Fry, the actor. I share my birthday with him, 24th of August. And the actor Tom Baker, MBE, former Doctor Who. Well deserved and about time. Hello there. Ah, yes. I know you do.
50 years of the Fourth Doctor.
That's right, 28th of December. On a Saturday. I can remember that day. The transition from John Pertwee to Baker. 1974. I was... older then. I'm 50. I would have been 5 then. And the actress Sarah Lancashire, who played Raquel in Coronation Street, and Gareth Southgate. Know him?
No, so don't watch Corrie.
Gareth Southgate got nothing to do with Corrie.
Well, I thought you said Coronation Street.
Yeah, well, that was Sarah Lancashire, the actress. Oh, I wouldn't kick out of bed for farting. Anyway.
Like all the other women you have.
Celebrity deaths this year. The actor David Soul, who of course many of you will remember of a certain age, he played Starsky in Starsky and Hutch. You heard of Starsky and Hutch?
Yeah, I got the car, haven't I?
He got a toy car and he was a singer. especially in the 1970s. He wasn't well known for his singing, but don't give up on us, baby. We're still worth one more try. And counsel lady.
Oh, shit. It's bloody chair.
Dame Maggie Smith also died this year as well. She was an actress better known probably for Harry Potter, yes. Well done.
Downton Abbey.
And Downton Abbey. You were stealing my thunder, boy. Okay.
You wanted me to speak more.
Yes, I did. So James Earl Jones, of course, an actor.
Star Wars.
Star Wars, yeah. He was the voice of Darth Vader. Had quite an distinctive voice, just like Tom Baker did. The Force is with you, Jedi. And Ian Lavender, who of course was in, he played Pike in Dad's Army, stupid boy.
Stupid boy.
And Shelley Duvall from the film called The Shining. Here's Johnny. Know that one?
Yeah.
The Shining. So, and then there's Donald Sutherland. He was a good actor, he was. In a film called Don't Look Now. That was a rather disturbing film. Empty. And then, of course, Adam knows about this next actor, Bernard Hill. That's it, come on. He was in Titanic and he played a character called
Edward John Smith.
Adam's rather a bit of an expert on Titanic, as some of you will know, because you would have watched our video of...
You're going to see Mr. Murdoch. Let's stretch her legs. Or if it was a porn film, let's spread her legs.
Adam, for God's sake. It's bad enough if you swear in the
Hey?
Right. And you had the actor Timothy West.
What did you say?
And then the Steve Wright, the DJ. I listened to him on the afternoon. Steve Wright in the afternoons with Steve Wright and his posse. Posse, I said.
I know.
And the Mad Woman and Mr. Angry and all them. And anyway, Dr. Ruth Westheimer. She was a sex therapist. I didn't even know she died. She's about 85 or something like that she was. Giving advice on sex and stuff, whatever that is. And there's Dave Myers from the Heavy Bikers. I'm not a big cooking fan. Your mum's snoring. No, she's not. She's yawning.
She yawned.
How dare you? How dare you snore? No.
Snore.
There was Annie Nightingale. Yeah, she was also a DJ. Quite attractive, quite too. Short blonde hair, my kind of girl. And Liam Payne.
Do you fancy every girl in the bloody world?
Anyway, moving on.
Billy Gibson's another one.
Billy Gibson, oh god, yeah. And Billy Piper and Katie Manning. And anyway, from One Direction, on the X Factor, I don't know much about them, but my daughter Samantha was gutted about that one. And then there was Quincy Jones. He was mainly known for being a music producer. And there was the singer and actor Chris Christopherson.
He was in a band called Highwaymen with Johnny Cash.
Who was? Chris Christopherson. Have you seen him in that film Convoy?
Yeah.
That's a big 10-4.
Woody Nelson's the last one of the
I think he played a character called Cole Rubber Duck. Woody Nelson. There was an MP called John Prescott. He was a Labour MP during the Blair times. They called him Two Jabs because he had two Jaguars, right? But they also called him Two Jabs because he sparked somebody. It was, I can't remember what it was, but he hit somebody because somebody threw an egg at him, you know? And some people remember that. And yeah.
So he threw an egg.
There was Alex Salmond, Scottish First Minister. Yeah, what I mentioned earlier. President Jimmy Carter, 100 years old. He was in hospice care. Sven Goran Eriksson, who was the Swedish football manager. Now, that passed me by because I don't watch a lot of television these days. I don't watch a lot of news.
Hold on now.
No, but these days, no. And there was the Jeff Capes, World's Strongest Man. I used to watch him I always wanted him to win. He used to, Britain's Strongest Man. Have you heard of him, Adam? Jeff Capes?
No.
And there was the Welsh snooker player Ray Raden. He was 6 times world champion. He was brilliant, he was. He dominated the 1970s with the sport. And then following that is Terry Griffiths, another Welsh snooker player as well. He died recently. He won the 1979 World Snooker Championship. And Rob Burrow, rugby league player. And finally, JPR Williams, the Welsh rugby player. And so, that seems to be it for now. So, plans for 2025. The history of Caerphilly, I've been asked to do that as a request. I haven't got around to doing that yet because there's a lot going on. There's the history of Oakdale, a village in Wales, a mining village. And as it's nearby, I'm going to be doing Oakdale and the village of Crumlin. The village of Crumlin, there was also the setting for a film called Arabesque, which starred Sophia Loren and Gregory Peck over that bridge, which is long since gone. And then also coming up is Swanage and Cove Castle. That's a number of other things. So anyway, going through my diary of this year. I've kept a diary for many years.
You just did, didn't you?
Yeah, okay, let's go through it. So I just opened it up now, April the 24th. April 2024.
April the 24th, even though it's on the 2nd.
Yeah, the 2nd of April. An eventful day for me, as I didn't go even though the weather was fine. Nicola's day off. She made an online appointment with the vet about Loki, had his balls cut off. She then went to the charity shops.
No, not Loki.
Ashley Road.
Whose business is that?
Everyone's. When she got back she sorted out the spare bedroom again and sort of stuff. Clutter. I watched a documentary about Natalie Wood. Man phone at 5 p.m. The kitchen lights is sorted, and she won £16 in bingo. Happy days.
That's real nice money. Do a lot with that, can you?
Yeah, she's loaded anyway, Adam. So all it leaves for me to say now is, I wish you all of you, each and every one of you watching, thank you so much for watching my videos over the year. And I wish you all a very happy new year and make 2025 a good one.
25.
Yeah, okay.
You just time travel 500 years into the future.
In the year 25. That was in the charts. I don't know what.
Everything I say is a bloody song to you.
It is, isn't it? So I don't want to switch off then because I need to go for a pee.
Again. That's the 3rd time.
I've been hanging on for it. See you in 25. Actually, no, I won't. You'll see us in 2025. I haven't lost any subscribers by then.
37 minutes has gone on.
Okay, bye.